Hi there, it's Jen, and thanks for joining me. This week I'm doing a single card, which I don't know that I really ever do, ever. I don't have any card kits or anything, and so I've been signed up for this to the site called Color Throwdown, and it's like a weekly challenge where they give you a couple of colors and you create using those colors. So this week it is copper, black, and white. The only copper stuff I have is this Nuvo Crystal Drops and some Prima Wax. I end up using the Crystal Drops. I use several different stamp sets for creating this card. The first stamp set I use is by Craft. I hope that's how you say that. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this strip stamp. And this is Memory Lane is this stamp set. And so I'm just going to put it in my stamp positioning tool. And I will use some black memento ink and stamp that up. And I actually found it was kind of nice just to do a single card instead of like a 5-card or a 10-card video. It was just a lot more relaxing, and I found that when I was editing it I could leave a lot more of the process in that I usually don't leave in for time's sake. So it was actually kind of nice. Just made a nice relaxing card. So next I'm going to take a piece of vellum, and I am using the Altenew stamp set, and if I didn't already say, it's called Perfectly Perfect. And I'm just taking some Versamark and I'm going to stamp that onto the vellum. And I end up stamping several flowers and several of the leaves from the stamp set, and then embossing it in white embossing powder, and then just fussy cutting it out. And I've found with vellum, if you heat your tool up, your heat tool, and let it get nice and hot before putting it on the vellum, it won't really affect it as far as warping or anything. So the next thing I do is I took some dies out of my stash and cut those out, and I end up using only the circle. So this was my original plan. It was to take the Nuvo drops and use them as a stencil. And so I didn't actually end up liking this. I think it looks really cool when the light touches it. It kind of, you know, that glimmer. But I did end up taking another white panel and restamping the stamp and kind of starting over. I just thought I'd show that because I really want to do that with the stencil with the Nuvo drops. But I'll just have to find another project that I can try that with. So I'm taking all of the vellum flowers and taking my Tonix Deluxe adhesive and placing the glue behind all of the white embossing powder so that you can't see it. I don't know if you would be able to really see it in this case because it's white on white, so you might not be able to see the glue at any rate, but I went ahead and tried to keep the glue behind all of the white embossing powder just in case. And so I'm just placing all of the flowers and the leaves. And the sentiment that I end up using is from a stamp set by Craft also. And I believe that one is called Romantique. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the black card base. And here I'm just scoring it and using my bone folder to fold it over. And then the sentiment I use, again, is from the stamp set. The set is called Romantique. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And it's just a friendship sentiment that I cannot see. And I don't remember what it's called. Friendship is a flower that blooms all seasons. In all seasons. And so I went ahead and I just put that on a piece of vellum also with black memento ink, and then I also heat embossed with black embossing powder just so that it wouldn't smear. And I'm taking my Tombow glue pen and I just use my glue pen underneath the word friendship because that is the portion that's actually adhered to the flower. And then I went ahead and took it a foam square since that circle is already popped up and those two pieces in the middle, the flower and the sentiment, were kind of just hanging out. And so since it is a double layer of vellum, you cannot really see the foam square. So I went ahead, I made sure you couldn't see it first, and then I went ahead and adhered it. And then now I'm just taking the adhesive and putting that behind the flower. So next I adhere my panel to my black card base using a piece of adhesive foam. And then I am going to take my DIY glimmer spray and pour that into a well. And I'm going to take a paintbrush and just go over the flowers really lightly because that will cause it, whatever you put on that vellum will cause it to curl. And it does curl a little bit, but I end up being okay with that because it just looks like, you know, the flower's a little bit curled. And then I'm going to take my tonic copper penny and put that around the circle. And then I also do on the top and the bottom, I alternate the copper penny and the liquid pearls white opal. And that'll complete this card. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it turned out very nicely. Check out all the links below for the Color Challenge website. It is Color Challenge 504. I hope you enjoyed, and if you liked this card, if you liked this video or found it informative, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. As always, if you want to subscribe, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.